Hunter Biden has been ordered to appear in court. His baby mama wants him in jail for contempt, and now the judge wants to know about the laptop. This case has been pending since 2019. Let's take a look at the docket. The case is Lunden Roberts versus Robert Hunter Biden, filed in Independence Court. It's regarding paternity, and it was closed and then it was reopened. You can see it was filed some time ago. The original documents went in 2019 in May. And if we fast forward all the way down, there's been a lot of litigation, and there's been several responses and motions that have been filed, one of which we talked about, which was a motion for contempt and to compel discovery and to modify the scheduling order, which we already made a video about and read through the full order. This was the filing from Ms. Roberts saying that Hunter was not complying with discovery, and they issued all these protective orders to make it easier for Hunter to comply with discovery because, of course, he is the president's son. And then Hunter was still not complying. So the court ordered him to do something, and then he didn't do anything. And they had a hearing, and you can see it was scheduled on April 24th, and the court published some of this stuff. They said that you could appear by phone, and so apparently people did. The case was Roberts versus Biden. You see the judge who signed off on it is down here, or this was a notice that there was a proceeding taking place on April 24th at 3 p.m. Now, my question is going to be for the next proceeding, are they going to allow live virtual proceedings of the case? And so your boy is going to be calling Melissa to see what that looks like soon. So that will be taking place. But what happened at the proceeding is that the judge took a look at the motion for contempt and asked some questions and said, oh, well, guess what? We can clear that up right now. Why don't we just have Hunter Biden bring his butt to court so he can answer my questions? If you don't know the answers to the questions, Mr. Lawyer, well, maybe your client does. An Arkansas judge ordered Hunter Biden on Monday to personally show up in court in May to address questions about his laptop, including whether financial records on it belong to him. The judge, named Judge Meyer, gave the order as part of this long-out, drawn-out custody battle between Lunden Roberts and their 4-year-old daughter. This would have been his first public appearance in the case, but the Bidens have refused to acknowledge the child's existence. And Hunter denied it until a DNA test proved otherwise. So the judge told the attorneys, said the following: I want both of your clients at every hearing that I conduct. Woo, woo. Oh man, lawyers hate that. When our judges here in Arizona say, you know, I want your client here, we go, oh man, that sucks. Why? Because your client has to travel. It kind of makes you look like you can't handle this stuff on their behalf. And oftentimes you tell your client, hey, we can handle this on your behalf. You're not going to need to come to court. You can go caretake for your daddy and travel on trips to Ireland and all the things. But when the lawyers are there, you know, the lawyers are there doing the work. And so when you have to go and join them and do the work, it's like a catastrophe. And this is a civil case. This is a paternity case. This is not a criminal case like we're used to here, where your clients are there at trial, or at felonies, they've got to be there every time. But even in misdemeanor criminal cases, oftentimes defense lawyers can waive their client's presence unless there's a problem. Unless the judge says to the attorney, I need answers about something, and the attorney doesn't have them, and they say, perfect, bring your client in. So the judge said, I will no longer allow us to dismiss clients from these hearings because it is interfering with the progress of this litigation, which is taking way too long to get over simple points. Oh man, that's going to be a big problem for them. Now, Meyer issued the order after Biden's attorney was unable to answer about whether Biden owned the abandoned laptop. That became the subject of a big controversy. It is also becoming an issue in the custody dispute because financial records that were on the laptop are now relevant. Hunter was getting a ton of money, and I guarantee you his lawyers are telling his daughter's baby mama, he doesn't have any money. He's broke, and you know, he's facing all these other investigations, and all of his money's going other places. But the laptop says, no, you're getting paid a crap ton of money for not doing anything. Hunter Biden's presence at the Arkansas court could create a headache for the White House and the family. They say he has reportedly gone to great lengths to avoid getting served with legal papers. And this story came over from the New York Post. They tell us that Hunter may be living at the White House trying to evade legal papers. Miranda Devine wrote this. She does excellent work. And she said that Hunter Biden is believed to have been hiding out in the White House. His baby mama goes on a warpath. They say Roberts' legal maneuvers in Arkansas lend weight to the rumor that Hunter has been living in the White House with Melissa Cohen and their 3-year-old son, Beau, trying to avoid being served. Numerous sightings over the past 6 months lend credence to the idea, with Hunter and his family spotted trailing his father and the First Lady on Marine One to Delaware or to Camp David for longer vacations at the borrowed homes of billionaires. Last week, Hunter also showed up with Daddy when they drove over to Ireland. Surrounded by Secret Service, it's difficult for the process server to get to him. And from early last year, an elaborate swing set for a toddler was also spotted at the White House when the president came back from Marine One. Looks like other Biden family members might also be at the White House. And the New York Times reported in November, Naomi Biden, Hunter's eldest daughter, with ex-wife Kathleen and husband were married on the South Lawn, and that the couple live at the White House, according to 2 people familiar with the situation. The executive residence has 16 guest bedrooms, 35 bathrooms. They can all avail themselves of an in-house gym, bowling alley, and a private cinema. Yeah, it'd be nice to live there at the White House, no doubt about it. I'm sure the food's great. There is plenty of room for the entire Biden clan, including the 12 immediate family members who all are appearing to be profiting from foreign influence peddling. Comer on Sunday said this is pretty bad. The Biden family looks like a total disaster. So Hunter's lawyers, Brett Langdon, when they were in court, they asked the judge on Monday to block an expert witness named Garrett Ziegler. We'll read that motion and the response from Ms. Roberts from discussing the financial records on the laptop, saying there has never been an acknowledgement from Biden that the laptop belongs to him. Said, well, let's clear this issue up right now. The judge said this. Well, let's clear it up right now. Is it your client's laptop or not? The lawyer said, well, it's not my client's laptop as far as I know. He's never accepted that that's his laptop. And the judge said, well, okay. Well, why don't you guys just show up then next time? And we'll just ask him about it. The next hearing is in May. The judge is expected to rule on different outstanding motions, including a name change request. From Roberts, she wants their daughters to be called a Biden and maybe go live at the White House with the rest of them. I mean, it's a nice place, not a nice family. Biden has demanded that the court block the name change, claiming the move would be damaging to the child due to the scorn of the community for the Biden name. Family law attorney told the Washington Free Beacon that the Biden's objection to the name change was very uncommon and unlikely to succeed in court. Said, I've never seen litigation where the father didn't want the kid to take his name. This is weird. He said the motion sounded like it was motivated by personal interest rather than concern for the child. Normally, it's the opposite situation, but we are talking about the Bidens, and they don't want to deal with more consequences of Hunter Biden's actions.